Cool. We are back with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Let's get stuck in, shall we? I think I've got the things in the right spot at the very least. Bear with. Chat box. Test that just to make sure we're in the parameters. Cool, we are. Brilliant. Right. Wee bit of work to do in the duel pass. Got a few things to go, effectively, to be able to get to the level 100. I think we're level 94. That off. I'm just seeing if that looks alright on the screen at the moment. It does. Yeah, 6,383 gems. Duel pass is just about complete. Nearly at level 95. Let's put a good grind in and get these remaining levels that are required in the pass. Another brutal day of Master Duel. It sounds about right, Dennis, for Master Duel at the very least. I'm counting down the days. I'm 20 days away from that milestone. Then I can start taking some days off on this game. Right, let's continue. I D-ranked when we were last off. We got to Master 3. I think I've hit my goal for the season anyway, which is around where we need it to be. We wish this was out. Oh, Kamori, appreciate the hydrate. Search Darky and Evaporation Dragon. Fetch one level 8 Dragon Monster from your extra deck. Special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. Set Dragon Monsters. Can activate one of these effects. You summon one Fusion Monster from the extra. Monsters you from hand and field as material. Take one other. Take monster. Ooh, that's not a bad card, actually. We'll go here. Question is, are they going to max C? I have emergency face down. Yeah, appreciate the hydrate anyway. We will grab a drink probably an hour into the stream, just to keep the energy levels and that up. Tomorrow will be the Mat Cup as well. Like the Mat Cup, since where that goes, that only targets Impulse. Should have activated Infinite Impermanence straight away, so it forced me to go emergency. I can't target my hydrant. But yeah, we've got a decision to make in the next wee bit. Yo, hey yo, Fab, welcome in. I was just watching the All Black game before we started, so hence why we're a bit late. Level 95. Another 8 gems. We're starting to really pile up those gems. It's just so good. Anyone got any replays for us? Yeah, when we hit level 98, which will be in the next hour or so, hopefully we will have a new SR. The All Blacks one. 33-13, they won convincingly today. The AFL Grand Final was quite a blowout. Who won the AFL Grand Final? I was sort of watching the semi-finals last week. But yeah, so tonight we'll be getting our second King of the Skull Servants. One step close to having Skull Servant complete. Do I have any extras that I need to do? Yeah, I do. Look at all these pile up, the normal and rares, and I can't even craft any more cards. Brisbane won 120 to 60. Jeepers, that is a mighty blowout for an AFL Grand Final. It's usually quite tight, those games. It was 107-34 at three-quarter time. Jeepers, a few people would have been leaving from at three-quarter time. Imagine getting pummeled in the final like that. Okay, this looks to be, okay, it's Centurion. So we're going to have to back our evenly matched to sort of get through and hope for the best here. Not really ideal when you see them uninterrupted. Be teaching my cousin the game that includes 2 Skull Servant decks. Yeah, like, if you're really trying to teach someone this game, you don't want to give them the complex stuff to learn straight away. You just got to build them up into it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does need to do a better job of that, really. Like, I don't know how they'll incorporate it, but you need to have historical formats where people can sink a wee bit of money into and then qualify for something, and then people gradually pick up skills in the game. Not as bad as New Zealand cricket, too fast. So picture this, Sri Lanka got 602 for 5. Black Cats got rolled for 88, and they're about 114 for 4 now. We're going to get absolutely owned in that game. Limbursion, okay. But no, pretty chill stream. The game plan is just to try and get to level 100 on the pass. Really keen on pushing that further. I've been watching a fair bit of other players play in the Duelist Cup as well. Quite glad I don't have to go through that strain. Okay, so they're playing Centurion Mathmic. I'm trying to get the mix here. I don't know what they're trying, but they need a bat for the draw fab. They've got a bat like 3 days with 6 wickets in hand. They'll be all out by tomorrow, I'd say. But yeah, what I'm hoping for with this session is that I can sort of get to level 100 reasonably early, then I can sort of map out what we need to do after that in our minds. Okay, they're going into a Master Pack, but that's a good card to pick up, like a copy of. And that'll be a useful card down the stretch. I'm letting him play with a bunch of random stuff. I'm just using Skull against him. Swans lost 133, 52 on the... Wow. That is annihilation in AFL, losing by that amount of points. That must be a record. Is that the record scoreline for a biggest loss in a grand final? Yeah, the Swans usually are a beastly team. They really are. Okay, we got Nebula on the field, or Nebula. Might go grab my drink a bit earlier than expected, actually. Anyway, you reckon Melbourne versus Panthers for the NRL Grand Final? Yeah, same here. Like, the Panthers are just an incredible side at the moment. I think Melbourne could edge them in the final, but yeah, that Penrith side has got the Cleary factor. If he has a really outstanding game, you just never know, right? But I do believe Melbourne are going to be missing Nelson Asafa Solomona, I think, due to suspension. Nah, he's class, that Nathan Cleary. Phenomenal player. But yeah, like I said, one player doesn't sometimes make a grand final. It's sort of a collective effort at times. And Melbourne have been the best side this season, but not too much in it between those two sides. I'm just trying to force them to activate that Cosmic Blazar Dragon. That's really what I want to happen. Probably not going to win this still, but it's just trying to work out different sort of steps to take so they will special summon and synchro summon at the same time. It's good to talk about something a wee bit different, you know, like at the end of the day I love my sport and played a fair bit of sport in my time, and it's something that we don't talk enough about in stream or in the Discord or anything like that, just because of the genre that we stream, and not too much people like sports all too much. But yeah, like how long's your cousin been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Komori 2, by the way? Like, yeah, like very tough to get new players in. We'll continue the main phase. We'll try and cook. Okay, Maxi just compounds this problem in this duel that we have. We'll go Cool Buy. Yeah, I saw that. Carl Anthony Towns traded. The next one sort of trade was that. It was like Julius Randle and something that they only gave up in another player. Like, it's just like they gave the Timberwolves just gave up on the they gave up on Carl Anthony Towns. Castera best deck, the McGee Show. What's wrong with D-Link? I'm just gonna adjust that screen. It's just irking me just a tad. That screen just a little bit. This was slightly too big for the line setup. Send people to retirement for baseball. D-Link have had their history where they've been quite good. I wouldn't say they're bad or anything. They're not what they were, but they are still a pretty dangerous deck if you can't really stop their opening combo. But like I said, you got to respect their opinion. Like, people have got differing thoughts on what's good and what's great. But D-Link have had history where they've been phenomenally good. And the amazing thing is, D-Link will get broken at some point again in the future. It'll get a card that it'll be able to sort of pop off on pretty well on. Ravina. Did I say the Knicks were good? The Knicks are solid, but they're not groundbreaking. Anything gonna force that negate with diameter in there. So hopefully don't lose a lurret so I can swing a card back and then banish the impulse, and then I can potentially set up something. Just another extended can outbreak boards. That's the deck play Boral Furious again. Oh, you said D-Link, Moz. I thought you said the Knicks for. Bust this forward. Don't think we're going to be too successful there. Crimson Dragon's just going to go off that, and that should be Baron de Fleur, I would dare say. What are you playing stage 2? Anyone in stream? Magisha, you'll be playing stage 2, wouldn't you? What will you be playing at the moment? Oh yeah, it's a 12. True, very true. Yeah, Baron's only a 10. When Boston supporters, my boys are tanking hard. Boston had some really good players over the last wee while. First one for our Generator. Okay, we'll get the big shout out to Generator as well. Which is pretty crazy, right? Like, the best team in the NBA had no players at the Olympics for the USA. That's crazy to me. We'll go Typhon. Yeah, this was designed by Frankie. Poor man. So, big ups to Frankie. I don't know if Frankie's streaming today or not, but big props to... They would have... Did they have Jason Tatum? Like, they would have had him for the Olympics, surely. Anyone I can destroy there. You know what the worst thing about basketball for New Zealand is? Pretty much our best player doesn't even want to play for the New Zealand basketball team. Have you played Abe's Odyssey? I have played a little bit of Abe's Odyssey, not too much. I've never completed the game. It's quite Crisis is back, just standing for the misery to us. They probably should have had Brown, but I think he's not in Nike's good books or something. We've just been absolutely smashing that. Now, what could you do in that situation? It's just they had just too many options going for them. It just been blitzed a wee bit. Right, I'm gonna go grab a drink and I'll be right back. Might grab 2 drinks actually. Just grab my drink, so night's drink. Probably not playing stage 2. Which is fair enough, like, put it this way. Great content if you're a streamer. But the thing is, you've got to commit so many hours if you're going to make worlds. It's just crazy. You got to be lucky too. You got to play right up to the last hour. It's just too tricky, I believe. Come back to dealing. I don't think it's quite fair to say it seemed that way, but it wasn't. It just anyone could pick up and play. Exactly. I have mad respect for our D-Link players that were able to pilot the deck very efficiently. And even then, when I eventually get all the D-Link pieces, I'm going to have to bring people into the stream, teaching me combo, teaching me lines. Because those decks are not easy to play. This is not a good matchup for us either, normally. But no, some decks are incredibly hard to pilot. Incredibly hard to pilot. You take a look at next month. Ritual Beast. Ritual Beast is an absolute spreadsheet to play. Very difficult. Play the air. If I got another thing, we're pretty screwed here. And I would love to learn that challenge. We're going to be learning some real challenging builds at some point anyway. And the Wednesday learning streams will have people actually in the chat and the talking to me as well, literally teaching me how to play. Gotta capitalize on this. Go Impulse. So far, he's just been using the structure decks. He's unfortunately fallen in love with the Blue Eyes deck. The Blue Eyes deck will get better too, admittedly. I'm going to save that cool buy. Can we build up a play that ultimately wins us the game? Gonna go for it. We're just gonna play. Droll. So the great call for me here is I have to call buy. But no, if I'm learning dealing, for example, there's going to be a few players I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask for Dennis's expertise. I'm going to ask for Tempest TTV's expertise, because Tempest said he would come in the stream and actually have a few lessons with me. I would ask Dennis if Dennis would like to teach me a few lines and that. Like I said, you might as well get the help with those sort of decks to try and become a reasonable pilot of the deck. Like, I am a willing learner. And like I said, things take time with me, but I would definitely put in the hours trying to learn the builds. Just gonna do the packs that we've got outstanding here. Hopefully I've got some new cards in here. Surprise chain, fourth copy of that. No, three of the Revenge of the Normal. Okay, I didn't realize I didn't have that one as a similar decks Infernoble. And I'll tell you who plays Infernoble Knight so well is Sea Shields in our community. And there's many projects that I want to learn. It's just, I've just got to get off Rescue Ace next month and just start getting things a bit more quicker than normal. It's got a lot of gas. It's got a lot of gas, that deck. But yeah, one of the cards I was considering picking up for the dual pass was a D-Link piece. How's things, Silent Fart in your heart? Please have you on stream. Hope you're having a good day. I can see you now. Yeah, I've had a webcam for probably a good 3 to 4 months. Gotta hit either Trudea or Primera. Got an Eldritch, but it hasn't built it yet. I'd probably build Golden Lord. Golden Lord's not too bad now. Like, I have more respect for the deck now. Like, it was just annoying at the time because it was this area and it was so good. The Primera is the one you want for hits. Hello, OCS. Yeah, good to see you on stream. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. So busy in the office, fortunately I'm free today. Yeah, you'll be able to catch a few hours of the stream. We'll be on for a while. We're nearly completed our dual pass, and I'll just sort of brainstorm the next few options with us. Oh, that Gargoyle in hand. That's a wee bit unfortunate. So they will go into a level 12 anyway. But yeah, I'm counting down the days towards that next pack. Like, it's 12 days away or something like that. The challenge will be just adapting and sort of learning the deck. Rest Grace will probably be fully played on rank next month, but I'll be having a lot more dual room focused streams where we just have one deck that we're trying to learn to replace it effectively and get prepared to sort of pivot. But you know, I had Notori Runic open. There can only be one in Synchro Zone against you. Who is your favorite follower here in chat? Oh, that is just for fun. I don't like these sort of questions because I would generally say all my followers are my favorite followers. Is that a good enough answer, or do I have to pick out a favorite? Oh, it does. Rescue Ace certainly cooks. Gear is a lot better player than what I am. I can play Rescue Ace to a reasonable standard. Oh, is that live? Oh, Seth, I might watch a bit of that overnight, my time too. But yeah, hopefully you can get your connection issues all good. I'm just thinking what we can brainstorm here. So we're going to send 1-for-1 away. But yeah, no personal favorite follower or anything silent. Round 2 just concluded. Oh, awesome! I'll definitely be able to catch them the later rounds. But yeah, I won't say who a favorite and that is. I pretty much enjoy having everyone here, and everyone is my favorite follower because it just gives me something to talk about during this part of the day, and really does help. Round 1 was Lab vs Rika, round 2 was Sprite vs Magical Musketeer. That's good, at least they're showing a bit of variety at that tournament. 3 years and 62 days, Dennis. Dennis has been through the Duel Links era and the Master Duel era in stream. Really had to work hard on Master Duel to get where we are. If you think Rescue Ace is bad, everyone in chat for how long I've played it. I played your Sendus the whole time I played Duel Links on Ranked. I got King of Games with it every month because it just suited the format at the time. Yo, Silent gifting a tier 1 to Dennis, gifting a 7th sub in the channel. Really appreciate your support, Silent. And it's great to have you back in our community, my friend. Say it, it's Frankie. Want to give top 5. Yeah, I just couldn't do that, if you know what I mean. I have a lot of people that I have a lot of time for in the stream that have done a lot of things for me, like support the stream in general, and I would probably have a top I'd probably have a top 1,000 for example. But nah, like I said, that question to me is, man's got a Mount Rushmore. But nah, everyone's absolutely awesome here. How's things are tonight? Working really hard to try and build that advantage. Ash will cool pipe. That's a good question, Dad. You should be able to click your name. I'll click your name. You've been sub for 18 months. Wanted to see you trying to come up with excuses that didn't make the cut. But nah, it's good. It's good banter, you know. It's good banter. But yeah, like I just couldn't do that. Like I don't want to offend anyone if I said such and such was my favorite, and but nah, in all seriousness, like what gets me through a lot of my days, like planning out my stream in my head while I'm working, and just sort of planning and having a yarn with people. Like it doesn't matter if we've got like 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 people in stream. Just enjoy it nonetheless. Like, our numbers will pick up probably next week or so. It's just everyone's on the Duelist Cup at the moment. I'm not, but that's fine. And I'm on the same deck for an unforgivable amount of time. As Trident puts it, 6 months from now, I'll have some sort of Rescue Ace variation. But yeah, you're awesome too, Fart. And like I said, whenever I get to see it, it always puts a smile on my face. I know you've been quite busy. But yeah, like, do you just to note, like, the webcam's been up for that long, and this must have been the last time you're in stream. I just was about to put it on. So that not Yu-Gi-Oh cards up, it didn't save. We got right to the end. And then I showed my the card store, which I've saved over conveniently, and we lost all our progress. But I have made a couple of episodes for a YouTube series. Josh is currently 2-0. He's a good player, that guy. He's just incredibly knowledgeable how he constructs and builds the deck, and just someone really good to sort of feed off and learn on effectively. But no, I've got like the bomb set up, Fab. Those smelly machine things. I'll put 2 right at the front door, and if a smelly comes in, it just instantly clears them. They're sort of fighting it off and everything like that. Played both rounds versus Tempai. What's Josh playing for that event? I'll show everyone real quickly. I'll show everyone real quickly what I mean. I'll just exit out of this game. We're not playing the TCG simulator, but I'll show exactly what I mean. Can all of us praise material like a lot? I want to see him blushing. But yeah, pretty much I've loaded up. Materian cards is the name. But yeah, the savings were weird in this, but I'll just show you this real quickly before we go back to the game. Not gonna save it or anything. Don't think I'm open anyway. But yeah, look at this for a setup. Boom! I got like 2 right at the door. So when someone comes in, they get absolutely hammered if they stink. And then I've got all my shelves filled up. It's looking really well, nicely set up. Got a weak, got a really good card here. $115 card. This is my most expensive one. Yeah, my $400 card I pulled. I'm in the series there, but we'll just quit that at the moment. Yeah, the decontamination area. Should have seen what I was doing, Fab, today for a bit of a prank. I did it on the video too. When someone was about to buy a pack, this fella with a bit of an afro, I would move it to the other part of the store and he'd walk over to it, and then I'd move it back to its original spot. It was quite funny, actually. He was very keen to buy something. But no, there'll be a good series for our YouTube channel. I'll film it all, then I'll upload it on like a schedule so people can just sort of watch the progress. I'm doing like 3 days an episode. Need a spray bottle on the counter when people start getting tilted. It's quite funny how tilted they get when they get sprayed anyway, when they're caught out. They're so annoyed they got caught in that game. Kira is their opponent. They haven't got really a good hand. This is an awful hand. Need Maxi to really go off here. So we've got... Okay, so we have Ash there. Have you got any Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero people that are waiting as well? Like, that will be the 11th of October, I believe. I think that releases, like, the pack day on this game, so I might delay that day before we do it. Okay, they have got nothing in their hand, obviously. I need to get a Rescue's card. Tactics Talon, that's not the drawer. I can see him playing Runic White Forest, Fire King Snake, or even Melodious, but until we see a feature of him. They will feature Joshua Smith, I'd say, just because of how known he is. We're cooking. We really needed to win that turn there coming up. We're just not going to have it. Where'd you get Frankie playing it? Frankie will quite enjoy the TCG card simulator. I doubt we'll see him till day 2. But nah. Back on it again there, Barry? Yeah, definitely on the grind. We're always on the Yu-Gi-Oh grind, you know? Like, just gotta keep that motivation going. Like, there's always something that I need to do in this game. Like, there's always a card that I need, or there's a deck that I want to make. The next few months should be quite fruitful for us, because we'll be able to finish a lot of things in the next few months, and all my hard work will pay off. If he isn't playing something spicy, I doubt we'll see him day 1. Yeah, they usually say the big... Any other notable players at the YCS? Oh, Guardian. Lampy playing stunners, funny as. Got hard case, Lampy. Go for the attack, take a bit of damage. I think Emery and Quanto are also there. Do you reckon that team will qualify for Worlds again for Master Duel? The Emery, Quanto, and Joshua Smith team? This hand's just awful. We just drew a dud hand. Bit of a shame. He sounds like one of your mates, Fab. Stun, burn, all sorts of trickery. But nah, just couldn't do anything. Let that person win quickly, get to level 96. Cool, just 4 more levels to go. Yeah, the amount of dedication required, it's the same with the, most people. Like, you have your own special deck and whatnot, and like, I've played sort of similar theme sort of style decks that I like. But yeah, just gotta get these not completed decks to in progress, you know? Like, eventually this will go to retired, and then once we get a full amount of decks, then I'll delete a retired deck and actually just store it somewhere. But yeah, the big decision looms today for me. Do I go for my staple list, cards that I consider that are going to be important to me in the future, or do I go for one of my cards to try and force a completed deck? What do people reckon in the chat? Do I go for a staple or go for something to complete? Because there's a few cards that I want, and only a certain amount of craft I can put towards them. I'm going to get probably quite a few spare crafts next month anyway. So we've got Ruddy Rose Dragon and we've got the Sky Crisis. Everyone's seen that. As Fenrir's on that list, I'm still debating on Fenrir. If I'm going to be using Fenrir. It's all well and good getting it, the card, but I've got to have a use for it at this particular point in time. I don't think I've got one.
Booyah!
Yo,
Who's the
free to play
man?
Dokkan Guy, thank you so much for the follow and welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Do love Dokkan Battle. Yeah, that's sort of where I'm sort of leaning towards at the moment. I see the odd list of Tenpai played it, because that's the list that I'm ultimately playing, just because it's best suited for what my account is positioned at the moment. Dan, just another unfortunate event here where we're gonna get crushed. Yeah, I just don't have the cards for Scare Clawwoods here at the moment. Because yeah, the things I was considering is maybe putting a UR towards one of the decks that I've nearly got complete. I'm kind of laughing. I saw Tosaku got soloed by Fenrir this week. Love Tosaku streams. Very, very good promoter of his tournaments, I have to say. I love the wee belts. I love the concept, and yeah, very good player too. Very good player. Have we got any Ritual Beast experts in the stream too? I'm just very curious, because Ritual Beast is a deck where ultimately I'm going to have it next month. And I'm probably going to have someone in the voice call with me here teach me how to play, and people getting insights on how to play the deck. Because I think I'm going to really struggle learning that. Stella knows how to play it. I think I'll get Stella in the voice call data. So it'll be the same with you probably with D-Link when I eventually get that. Just teach me some lines, just telling me what I could do with these plays and this play. Ritual Beast. Ritual Beast Fab is very complicated. I played it back in Negros format, but I doubt it's the same as back in the day. But any insight would be great, like, if you played it before, like, just little lines to remember, like, lines that'll probably stay true to the deck still would be much appreciated. one key thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, I think, is you got to learn off others. You got to learn how to play the game by sort of analyzing how people play the deck. You got to get many different sort of viewpoints of how it's played, and then sort of conjure up your own sort of kind of method. Ooh, work at him on that card. Exceed. Fortunately, they're going to have Cosmic Blazer Dragon. That's going to stop me. Philip's a good player, too. He plays Gate Guardian and all that. He's been showing a few of his cards in Discord, too. I love that sort of stuff, too. People pull cards from, like, packs or get cards for, like projects and that. It's always great to see. Like, I probably should put more of what I pulled up. I do have so many binders. I have, like, my favorites binders. There's all my, like, really expensive cards in it, which is kind of nice. Had to buy a few more graded cards for myself at some point. Crimson Dragon. Funny enough, Necros will be another deck that I'd love to finish too. I think I need the Trishula Necros card, then I'm good. So many possibilities with that UR today. Just depends on what sort of mood I'm in. Fortunately, Blazer Dragon just deals with evenly. And the fact is they've played this card here. This card here is just absolutely annoying. I think I'll take the L here. I'll take the little bit of experience I get, though. So this person should win the next turn. Rumor Cannon's a good card, Fab. I've got 3 copies of that card, conveniently. Like, I haven't got a use for them at the moment, but that card sort of just slows the state of play down, which is what you want at times. One card I'd eventually like to get is Transaction Rollback, eventually, when I play the sort of deck that suits that card. That wouldn't be a bad one to pick up either. Buy your TCG collection. What sort of cards do you have in your collection, Namberry? Yeah, feel free to post in my Discord if you got some good pictures of it. I probably wouldn't buy it at the moment. I'm broke at the moment, effectively. Like literally flat out broke at the moment. Like this for the next couple months are going to be pretty rough, but we'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, my collection is like sort of retro and modern. Speaking of pack openings, so I better upload some pack openings and that tomorrow. I think I'll dedicate most of my day doing that. Obviously, the my rugby team plays tomorrow. Collection's terrible. I only own 2 quarter-century rares. I've still got the images up here. Do I have an image? No, I deleted it. Round 3 starting. Gabriel Nets on Lightsworn versus Fiendsmith Snake Eye. That'll be an interesting match, you know? Like, obviously, Snake Eye had some hits in recent times, and Fiendsmith lost the creamer. Just so annoyed they didn't do enough to hurt Snake Eyes. Like, sure, Azamina's coming up, but give them other cards. Like, just we're sick of seeing like the Snake Eye package now. It's just gone on for far too long. Hope I haven't missed any replays or anything like that either. Just gotta make sure. Haven't. Scrolling through all the comments. It's absolutely certain. How's the second stage of the DC Cup going? Who's dominating that at the moment? Let's have a wee look. I've had one duel in the Duelist Cup. I'm not too concerned about it. Rankings. How these people get up to 59,180 beats me this early into the cup? And there another day to go yet. 100th place is 31,378. Like that event's still got another day. I have to say, like, if there's a couple, like, nope, I'm playing a Duelist Cup duel. We'll play it. We'll commit to it. Because it counts towards their duel pass. Accidentally clicked into that. But yeah, my thought would be if there's a couple of really talented people, like, trying to qualify for Worlds, if you're, like, a team, it'd be very hard to detect if you were playing the same account. So if a player played like 12 hours, then they'd have a rest for like 7 or 8 hours, and then the other person would take over the shift. Not meant to do 0 duels. 100k is top 33k per day. Urban once said that account sharing is a thing in Duelist Cup. It absolutely would be. He's below par. Skull Guardian, sure. In phase. If you lose to Zodiac, man, you're just struggling today. Solemn Solemn Strike, nice. Add Rum into hands. Odd Desires, we're going to win. I would like a more of a quality instead of quantity type thing in Duelist Cup, like a fixed amount of duels. I think absolutely. Like, some people just don't have the time. Like, there's some really talented players out there that just won't get enough time to play. Like, if you had a certain amount of duels that you could play, like, over a week or something, and that was your, like, set amount of duels, then it wouldn't be a health and safety thing either. It's back. Go into Tridents. Good deck, Fab. Good deck to learn. I had to combine it with Tri-Brigade at some point, so I've got the Tri-Brigade stuff. The bulk of it, anyway. Future. Wait to the end of the turn. How many fixed duels do you reckon they should be allowed, oh Seth? Like, maybe they should do stage 2 like over like 5 days or something. Maybe max of 30 duels a day or something. So every duel does matter, and you have to play pretty hard and committed to all of them. I am bowling with the duel on that stage. You got to duel 3 days straight based on OC versus House, who's just been top of the leaderboard. And I think a lot of people are the same. Like, and the chances you qualifying are so low, right? Like, it literally can come down sometimes to the last year. And if you have a bad last hour or something, you don't make it. And then all your time that you've invested is just gone, and you have to try again in a few months. Like, they did in a fair away or something. Would be quite good. Well, say for example, you're allowed to do a certain amount of duels a day, and if you're not at a certain amount of points, you're eliminated from stage 2 for that particular time, and then there's a second day, and if you make that cut, you go to the third day, and then the third day players play off of like the top spots or something over the Zero time. They have to do something anyway, so they've got Imperm. If they lose to Zodiac here, it's just hilarious. I've got Solomon Imperm myself. I'm going to really back those two cards. Solemn. Stolen that card. Draw a Sperm. Okay. It's fine. Doesn't bother me. Oh, absolutely, and you got to think you're committed to the same deck for the whole entire process as well. Like, you may swap to the other decks that are reasonably okay in the meta. It'll absolutely drain you. Like, it's crazy what people can go through to try and qualify. I'm actually in a really strong position to beat this person in this duel. Whiptail's good. Power Blades. Rum. Cards. Goes in beautiful. Fate goes in at this time. Like water. And like some of those players that made it to Worlds this time have to do it all over again. Remember him playing tier until he realized that he's better try for a quick wins with Sprite instead of going for tier mirror grinds. I think that's the key to that particular event. You know, like you get yourself in a strong position with your strong deck, and then you try to look for quick wins and get a bit lucky over a period of time. No Bulbo. Big old Zeus. So what we'll do is we'll be incredibly aggressive with Zeus. Because of the Typhon factor in phase I've just lost. If I can get another play, which I think I can, I just win. This person just lost to Zodiac. And they had Voiceless Voice. That's kind of funny. We'll go Whiptail. They lost to Zodiac. How funny. Oh well, I get some qualifying points for that. Mad off the Worlds. Let's go. Look at that. Number of duels won. 1,031 points. At least I'm rated for this season. Right, let's go back to the correct one that we're meant to go on to. Yeah, like, just from my speedrunning experience too, Seth, like, when I played some of the longer Yu-Gi-Oh! Runs for hours, like, it was evident when we did the N% run, like, a few weeks ago when I was on holiday, just how drained I got pretty early. It was my own fault anyway. But yeah, I just couldn't think clearly and logically to make the right calls in certain duels. That 80% run was that bad I had to pull out. It was just too embarrassing to upload to speedrun.com. But my point that I'm making is I'm well aware, like, it's basically awake for 3 days, probably 3 or 4 hours sleep at a time, if that. Your mind's probably racing at that time too, just thinking, what could I have done better? How can I play? What can I add to my deck? Do I play another deck? So much goes on, and that, like, I'd say some people just go no sleep. I think some people skirt that rule. I think people team up, and they just rotate the account round. and try to qualify for Worlds that way. Not a bad board, but I can easily beat that. Battle phase. Go for the evenly matched. Only thing is I haven't got anything to sort of build up another play, so I'll get that face down. Just gonna have to really hope we draw into something. How's things are Lex too, by the way. But yeah, don't for anyone that's committing to like stage 2, just treat it as like have a goal or something for it, and hope you achieve that goal. Like, you got to put it in realistic terms. Are you gonna qualify for Worlds? If you got the time off to do it, like give it a go. But yeah, like realistically, like the amount of spots that they give per Duelist Cup event's pretty low. Like, how many teams go to Worlds? Like 12? So 12 times 3, 36 players over 4 events. Depending on regions that qualify, etc. To be honest, I would have 16 teams go to Master to Worlds. And I'd have 4 groups of 4. And then your top 2 from each one go to, like, a quarterfinal bracket, semi-final, and then finals bracket. And then the other bottom 2 play for the, like, plate version of the events. Playing full-on pile deck, he's playing Lunalights in his deck. That deck would be... That sounds pretty spicy what they're playing. Really does. Just loser still too. We just didn't draw too good. That's just an absolute pummeling. This person's just flexing now. See, Lunalights, Lightsworn, and Fiendsmith. How long's that match been going for? Like, who's winning that sort of rounds at the moment? Well, that Horus set of cards is just literally everywhere. Like, I was considering just dedicating a few dual pass to getting that particular set of cards. That could be handy down the line. That set, sort of similar to Buy Steel for a while. Come on, just attack 3 times. You don't need to clear up my throw cards. Just attack 3 times. Yeah, just a couple of duels that haven't quite gone my way so far. That really good stream early on, but been demoted twice. We're back to Master 5. I was Master 3 before, but hey, we had that really golden patch. We were playing exceptionally well. That was early in the day, but it's just been a few rough patches after another. But yeah, just gotta lift the spirits. Like, at the end of the day, like, getting where we did with Rescue Ace again this season, just testament to how resilient the deck still is. But it is gonna further drop off the pace, and I definitely need to make the change as soon as possible. Hey, we've got Evenly's just glued to our hand. It was glued to our hand earlier today. Like, in that 9-game win streak, I think I had 5 games where I went second too. I was quite aggressive with getting Rescue Ace pieces on the board and trying to apply as much pressure as possible. Hopefully this internet fails on them. I'd want a quick win to just get our dual pass ticking over. Yep, have Zelanis, Fab. You know what the remarkable thing was about Zelanis? I crafted Zelanis, then opened up the pack, and got another Zelanis. That was my last dual pass, I believe, when we got it. And I've got 2 copies of that card, effectively. Send evenly match away. We've got no use for that card now. Done to me a couple times, remarkably. A couple times. I'm having a real deep think about what that next UR is going to go towards. An absolute deep think. I'm going to allow that to go. I have to anyway. Still got the 1 copy of Zeus. See Zeus every so often. I love Zeus animation that got. Got another activatable card, that Imperm. When it was limited to 1. Hey, you can play 2 Zeus now. Oh, the OG Judgment Dragon on field. Dang. Like, just to let you know, I said Lightsworn is probably in my top 10 of my favorite decks of all time. So I have played a little bit of it before. We're going to pop that card. Why? Okay. Doesn't out and out worry me. But do have emergency. This guy's got another card. We'll go Hydrant. Don't mind the Airlifter being taken out. Switched off on the side of the field, okay. Yo, Frankie, big shout out to Frankie. How are you today? Welcome into the stream. Frankie is absolutely amazing. Very much Frankie has made my week in terms of making an awesome overlay for the channel. Very out of the blue too. Like, I was a bit down at work. I'd had a few things not happen this week, and Frankie lifted the spirits when it was much needed. So make sure you lift. Go give Frankie a follow. Nibiru. Go SP load tonight. Got to dodge potentially some stuff. Got to be an Imperm in that hand, surely. There isn't. But yeah, we're just chilling, Frankie. We're nearly completed our dual pass, so we've got some big decisions to make in a very big moment of time. That reminds me too, I have to get my Third Ojama emote finished. Too. I've done the right thing here. Gira trying to qualify for Worlds. Is Gira playing Stage 2? No, Gira was playing Rescue Ace. I was going to say, evenly matched was face down. I was going to be slapped down onto the field. Speaking of Guy of the Fierce Knight, so I bought the Guy of Structure deck ages ago. I've just done nothing with it. I'll have to start doing that. There. Worm. Okay. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I've got an Ash. I've got a Reinforce for the Turbulence. And I've got an Extinguish. Well, so they've got to work very hard to get their board quite established. I heard, Frankie, you're playing Centurion. I tell you, someone did mention that to you. He uses Zelanis. I use Zelanis myself. I got Zelanis. I got Raging as well. I used that a lot today, the old Zelanis combo. But yeah, nice wee win. I felt confident when we had that position. They had level 97, just 3 levels to go. Level 98, we get another SR craft. But yeah, we're high as Master 3 today, then we just had a little bit of a loss about on it. But yeah, we've been pretty solid. Solid here. I need to get some of these proficiency tests done at some point as well. I need one more pendulum summon. I don't have anything pendulum related to play yet. Right, so this is my thought process. This is what's going through my mind at the moment in terms of stables. Right, everyone's seen this list. I've got stables galore. This is the list that I sort of constructed a long time ago as cards that I needed. So any of these cards hitting the purpose of me playing them in the recent time, I would say no, but I might need them in the future. So I'm looking at a few options. I'm looking at my ninja deck. Do I get Boral Sword Dragon or Gigantic Sprite? Get that project near completion. Do I go for a Usatic UR and maybe pick up the Super Heavy Samurai or the Serpentine Trion? We've got Live Twin, where I can maybe pick up an Abomination, then I can play Live Twin. That's another possibility as well. So there's a few thought processes going through my mind. There's obviously other wee little plays that I'm considering as well. So there is a Ghost Sister I don't have yet, and that is the Dagwood, or the Dogwood. And that sometimes is a side card for Tempai. So there's a lot going on, a lot of decision making that has to be made in regards to what we want to get. Another option that I've got too is I could get a second Change of Heart. That helps bolster up the Tempai stuff. Yeah, I knew I'd stuffed up when I called it Dagwood. I was thinking of Israel Dag. It was on the telly earlier. Good old rugby player that he was. But yeah, a lot going through my mind in terms of where we go next. What's our future plans? But I'll make the decision based on how practical it is to get the card, and if I'm going to get a use out of it. He was a phenomenal player in his time. Retired a wee bit too early. I think he just had too many injuries. Yo, Nico, how's things going? Hopefully the Master still treating you well. Here. I would love if they sort of played something on, tried to negate this. They don't. Hydrants. Too many beers, that you mean? Thumbs up. Probably poor old Israel Dag. We'll get another drawer. I do miss those days, Fab. I just had too many injuries for rugby myself, but every Saturday, like after the game, would pretty much stay at the club rooms, where if we're on a away trip, the bus trips are just the highlight of the weekends. Good times those. We'll go ASP. We just had to keep a basic field. Nah, good times. But yeah, like I said, if I was continuing to play rugby, I wouldn't have done this, you see. Yeah, social softball games are like that. I played softball way back in the day, as well. I was pretty good at those sort of sports, like cricket, like softball and all that. I just had a good hand-eye coordination. Really enjoyed those sort of things. And that's running and wrestling with sweaty... Speaking of the old wrestling, like New Zealand had like the two promotions like SPW and that. They had that on Duke TV for a while because it was quite funny. My brother was on it and is one of the security sort of people there, and one of the wrestlers did a suplex on him, and my brother was in absolute pretending he was in absolute agony. I was like, "Yeah, you're not in agony. Get up." But no, it was quite cool. Yeah, it was quite interesting. I was trying to work out what segment he was in. He was in the SPW Royal Rumble as well. Like, he's just one of those sort of jobber wrestlers that get eliminated first. But hey, he's part of the he was part of the show at the time. We're gonna get absolutely decimated. Tears made an absolute resurgence. I loved this segment years and years ago. It was Undertaker and Vader and some guy from Kuwait that was interviewing them, and the Kuwait interviewer accidentally asked, I think, Vader if wrestling was fixed and all that, and Vader goes up to him, grabs his tie like really hard, and does this look real to you? And he got in real trouble for it too. And Undertaker's just sitting on his thing, like, chilled and relaxed as anything like a true pro that he was. But no, look it up. Like, look up Vader and Undertaker in that interview, and you'll see him, like grab him by the collar or something. At the Steiner's Champion, there was a security guard at Showgirls. That wouldn't have been my brother. 6'10", jeepers, what a giant that is. Like, I'm 6'1". And I'm pretty tall around here. But, yeah, like, when I was in my rugby team, like, 6'1" was, like, one of the smaller guys in the team. It was like, yeah. Okay, they're gonna take SP. No, they're gonna go swapping around. I'll just let them do their thing. We're in a reasonable spot here. Just got to contain the right card. We've got to be patient. So it's tier lab. Obviously, the transaction rollback's going to be quite dangerous. The Black Derek laughs is quite dangerous. Hey, Prop's still a very, very hard position to play, Fab. Like, I played lock, blindside flanker, and like number 8 when I was playing. Yeah, the old rucks where a lot of the dark arts, as we say, would happen. Remember making the transition from like schoolboy rugby to like club rugby. Oh boy, like when you put your hands in the prime, like you feel your fingers and that sort of be bent back and that. Don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what happened in one of my first ever club games, and it never recovered. I don't know if you saw that at all, but there's like a groove in the finger. It got dislocated and it couldn't go back in, so it was stuck like that. Don't climb in the Duelist Cup KCS. I look forward to seeing the replays just as I get close to the end of the pass. But nah, for those that haven't played rugby before, it's just an absolute brutal sport. Like, I've had so many. I can't play because of the injuries that I've had, but a tough sport, very tough sport to play. We're just gonna have to take that. I'll go emergency. I'm like the white guy in the Remember the Time was only played to hurt people. I love Remember the Times. That was a good movie, that. I think one's against Pure Riker. Yeah, I'd love to see some Pure Riker. That would be kind of fun to see. We will go Airlifter. Send away from no, send away Turb. Herman is also at YCS. He is currently 3-0. Do we know what Herman's playing at the moment? I just wish, like, after day one would get a lot of the list of that. I wonder if Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta will start doing that. I'm pretty sure they do them after the event. 2 cool buys are incredibly good here, too. We're in the fight against them anyway. The Time Thief Redor is back on field. But that's going to be poaching a few cards, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to extinguish that card. I want to be dealing with constant send away to the graveyard plays, and we'll go rescue too. We'll grab Hydrant. Playing Vendreads, it's hella fun deck, but the engine requirements are massive. You have to run like 12 bricks. Good times. Good times are Vendreads. I've played Vendreads before. I think it's a good thing they banned the Crocodile Roll. That, oh yes, the Crocodile Roll. I've seen a few sort of Crocodile Rolls and even Club Rugby. Oh, just the amount of damage that does. I've seen a few people get injuries because of that. Yeah, and that's a good thing, right? That's one thing I wish happened at Worlds, you know? Like, Master Worlds was kind of ruined with the list being posted. I always like the wee bit of mystery what people have added to their decks. It makes it for more excitement. Like, say, for example, what's Jesse Cotton got in his build that we don't know about yet? What's Jadeo got? What's Joshua Smith got? What's Embry Quandle got? What does Razian have? Like, it kind of got ruined for me, that event, a little bit. I still enjoyed it. It was probably the best out of the 4 events that they had. But still, it was... yeah, just one of those things where old occasion to put the list and that up. Waiting for an activation so I can go Talent and steal Kalido. Okay. It's a passionate Telement hater. Hopefully they bank at Carlos after the Duelist Cup. I actually think they're going to do something and hurt Telement in the, after this, because how good it was going. Against you, Bell. Yeah, I don't think he would have been playing that. I think he'll be playing one of the meta decks. Surely he'll be playing one of the meta decks. We'll go 1 for 1. Just need this person to activate, and then I've got them. Hydrants. I am going to try and pop that card. We can activate Profino. Yeah, did you picture Joshua Smith playing you, Bell? Sort of hard to know if he would or not. 2 cool buys. We're very well covered here. I have a sneaky suspicion, KCS, that you're right. I can see them only hitting, like, gates to 1. They'll hit 1 other Snake Eye card. They'll keep everything relatively strong. And... yeah, it's how they shouldn't be treating the game. Like, in this day and age for Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you got really damaging cards to the game's reputation, just hit the damn card and just be done with it, you know? Like, we've got Alert, we'll bring in Turb. I don't want that. That's fine. I still get the play for alerts. trying to bait a lot of things into play. They're going to take Airlifter, okay. Cool. They only can target Airlifter because of Hydrant's ability. He might be on some sort of runic variant. Like, he's known for playing runic stuff. Let's hope they put a decent Master Duelist in. Like, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Still waiting for, like, a monster activation here. I'm just slowly trying to work my way into plays. We'll go Fire Attacker. Yo, Demoni, warm welcome to you. Big shout-outs to Demoni. Good to see you back there, Shrub, as well. But right, Shrub is going to lose the streak there. Nightmare Phoenix. Gonna hit that back row card. I'm sort of leaning towards either Runic White Forest or Melodious. I don't know about Fire King Snake Eye, but you just never know with Mr. Smith. That card there. Did enjoy 3 PK Killer stream today. I was I always love popping into the air. Yeah, the grind's going good. Level 97 on the dual pass. Demoni, only 3 levels to go. I've got a couple of really important crafting decisions to make. It's actually really good. The reason why this is really good, so I'm gonna call by this. I'm gonna get my triple tactics talent to see what else is in that hand, and then I can really go for it. Here, triple tactics talents. Have a look at your hands. Right now you're playing against Abomination X, Snake Eyes mixed with Talents, Gastier, and Horus. I have no idea what the game plan is. Your Talents, right. But yeah, grind's going really good. Demoni is a very awesome streamer too, guys. Ghost Trick Specialist has an awesome Ghost Trick overlay as well. Going for the Black Goat Laughs. Okay, sure. Still get that on the field. Nice wee win to get, and that should get us to almost level 98. Yeah, we're just one more win away from getting it, getting there. Have we made any progress in terms of a card getting close to 50? We're at 49 copies of the All-Seeing White Tiger. 48 copies of that, 48 copies of that. Cool, let's keep marching forward. Right, one more win away from getting to level 98. Another wee milestone in the stream. It's still on game 2. That cracks me up, that does. Yeah, so King of the Skull Servant's a card we're just picking up. We'll send... I'm going to keep triple tactics in hand. I'm going to send Alert away. But yeah, we've got a big call to make. The Castia Fenrir is not a lock-in yet. Reason why I say that is because I don't have a use for Castia Fenrir yet. So I am very much leaning towards maybe getting close to getting a project done. Right, another card that I may possibly need. Maxie's fine. Ash. Now we've got 2 cards in the graveyard from Alert, so I am going to go triple tactics talent. sort of what I'm leaning towards Fab at the moment. What have we got? Got this. Okay, you've got. I'll give myself a chance. I'll send that away. It's gonna be pretty hard to set up on, so we've got this. Lifter. It's just amazing the synergies between those cards, you know, like the amount of thought that would have went into that deck just to get the right mix. Incredible. We'll send those 2 cards away. Reinforce. Voiceless Voice we really struggle against generally. We're gonna have to go Extinguish here too. I started to think about what to do with my UI dust when I went through the dual pass. They are just surrendering. That is beautiful to see. And we are at level 98. 2 levels to go for the dual pass. Right, we've got our next one, and the really beautiful thing. Another 10 gems. We're over 6,400. We're going to be at 7,000 early in the next week, which is brilliant. 2 more levels to go. Right, let's get this craft for Skull Servant. Funny enough, open up the pack, get the 3rd one that way. They've opened up a wee bit of this pack, admittedly. 149 UR dust. I don't know when the last time I had 149 UR dust. I don't think I've ever had that, ever. Funny enough, we were talking about Vendreads before, with Godzilla. I've got a lot of the stuff, actually, for it. Completely enough. Maybe a possibility if I go and get all the other SRs for it, it would be well worth sort of my time sort of getting that. I might put that on my list of stuff to get, actually. Let's have a wee look at a list. If someone had a list for that, I would have wee consideration for that, actually. But yeah, 1 more King of the Skull Servant needed. I'm just gonna think what other cards we need to craft though, just to get other projects and that done for the meantime. So we probably need another 5 sort of wins, probably, to get to level 100. Took all your Australia not to spend them imminently. Man, I've got a few tough decisions to make. What I go for here. I always have a target anyway. I always have things that I want to sort of grab. Other hands atrocious. Contain down at the very least. In turn. It is absolutely crazy. Just Lightsworn, Lunar Lights, Fiendsmith, Horus, and Nemesis all in the deck, and it works. Bush Burial. We will Ash. Just by the looks of it, it's Telement. Lightsworn, it'll be Lightsworn here. I've got nothing in my hand anyway, nothing of note, nothing scary. Got my emergency away. Did craft 2 of the ritual hand trap that negates targeting effects. What cards are that? Can you get the name of that card? That I may not have that card. Hotlar is a good drawer. Very nice drawer. Okay. Let's see, okay. I'm gonna go for this. Eventually. Do we what? Have another. We're in such a terrible position here. lifter. Gonna keep Contain and Hydrant together. This is over. This is just an absolute beating this will be now. Yeah, like the great thing is I've got some choices now for what we can craft. I'm really tempted to get an Unchained Abomination too for that live twin deck. I'd love to start learning that too for our streams. But is it a card that I need now, or can I wait for that card? Yeah, a lot of thoughts going into that last UR. All I know is whatever one we go with, we'll be committed to it regardless. I'm very intrigued how they have not put me away there. Fairy Tale Snow is going to have to be quite committed to this process as well. We will go Airlifter. Absolutely fine. We'll just go into Hydrants. Hydrant will grab Turbulence. Always want to get the additional card, so we'll send Poplar will go back. Just want to get the additional card onto the field, you know, like Poplar is going to be incredibly handy for some combos. Drew that out very early, so that they are going to be pretty much banishing all the graveyard and one card from their either hand or field. So good when I have a opportunity like that. It's good to get a couple of really quick wins. Nearly at level 99 now. I'm just feeling that we're going to get to level 100 very shortly on another big win streak today. Any topics anyone wants to bring up over the next wee while? Is anyone watching the YCS? Always good to get some updates from OCS of who's playing and whatnot. Who won that series of matches with Gabriel in it? And how far are we from round 4? How's things, Beard for days? What did I tune into? Vice into attack mode and Matt comboing off. Yeah, Matt's been comboing off most of the day, Beard. We've just about completed our dual pass. Had topsy-turvy sort of day, though. Talked a wee bit of sport earlier as well. If people like their sport, more than welcome to bring that up. We'll send Poplar. Got literally nothing to follow up here. But yeah, they didn't mill all too good, Beard, so they used Fairy Tale Snow, but they just had nothing in the play, and I had Contain face down. So I didn't have really much of a opportunity here. Okay. Playing is... Okay. I'll hit that Gizmic card, actually. I'm loving how we're getting these quick Serenas now. I've just ranked up all of a sudden. Oh, yes, I know the card now. I definitely know the card. back up to Master Rank 4 we go, very quickly. Level 99. Oh, it was a draw, okay. Got to Master 4 Sword, so you're a good player with Sword Soul, Casey, as I have to say. I have to get that learning session for Sword Soul with you in it, so that I can learn more of the advanced combo lines for that deck. I'm gonna take the Sword Soul play the next sort of level, so I only know the real out and out basic line. Get to learn from a master. No, on a pretty good roll at the moment. We had that 9-match win streak earlier today, which was quite incredible. Seconds. Okay. 2 evenly matches, yes please. Hopefully this is enough to break the U-Bell board. Oh, I'm just moments away from getting to level 100. I'm just really battling in terms of what I want to pick up. It's okay. I'm not too worried about that one. Had to build a pure Tenai build too. That's what I actually might build before Monday. Just doing the pure version of that would be super fun, because there's obviously a few other Tenai cards that people don't get to see normally. Like Draco Berserk of the Tenny is sort of one. We've got the Link 3 that you don't see all too often. You've got the Link 4. When you're on Extreme 2, Demoni 2, feel free to plug yourself in the stream as well. Like, one thing about my stream, I like others promoting themselves and getting their name out there. Like other streamers don't like it too much. Thanatos, as real Sword Soul deck Tenai is the way, but using Sword Soul as the engine, there's a big synchro mix up with Tenai and Super Heavy Sam. Just needed to keep playing cards so that I can just go evenly. Max out the Duelist card using Soul Servant, so I love all the weird and fun cards. It would have taken a sheer amount of skill getting Soul Servants up. I love that beard. I picked up, I don't know if you're here, we picked up another King of the Skull Servants just before. I'm one copy away from actually having a runnable Skull Servant deck, so it's going to be pretty awesome. Please have a full house back row I can just clear out almost immediately. My hand is very bad still, like I need to draw. One thing about Rescue is you get good hands and then you get absolutely diabolical hands that just don't work. I don't mind all this going on too. Like they can activate as much as they like. I am gonna board break them. Sending that U-Bell away. Okay, double evenly. Emergency is a really good card to draw. Pretty happy with that. Let's go into battle phase. Main phase, evenly matched. I'm going to try and set up an SP Little Knights, potentially. SP Little Knights, that's a wee bit of a problem. I think we keep the board pretty clear, just with the style that they play. And if I can survive the turn, I can just evenly another big batch of their field, and just gonna hope we draw good. Like, at the end of the day, we've got rid of a nasty card, Dark Beckoning Beast, so that's gonna get the Spirit Gates opening. I do sense this card's gonna go to 1. And I hope Phantom of U-Bell goes to 1 too, just to bring U-Bell back in line with where it should be. I still think it's far too strong. Yeah, oh, good to see you, Korbek. We're just pretty much laid back. We're just sort of just trying to run through some decisions in our head. Yeah, so have a wee think of what you think will be the Master Duel ban list. I do see some limits to pretty much. I do see a limit to this card. I think it'll be that one there. That they go for the U-Bell. The Snake Eye, what would you limit to 1 in the Snake Eye package? Just to sort of make that a bit more brittle. Other decks that are dominating pretty much, obviously, Telement. Do you look at Telement and hit a card out of their engine? Do you ban something like Carlos, as controversial that would be? That kill Telement off? Yeah, it's sort of hard to know what they do. Like, Master Duel ban list, there's just so many cards that they could potentially hit. I'll have to analyze the list a wee bit more, and they've got the big old lady. Okay. bit of a problematic one. I take a bit of damage here. I still survive, potentially. No, Teal'c needs to unhit cards, not restrict them even more. But we know what Konami is, right, Godzilla, right? Like, they could restrict them a bit further, because they did perform well at Worlds. And they've been a deck that's been around a very long time, in 2 years. How can you hit tier when they have plenty of decks that are better than it? Brandon deserves a hit over tier. But yeah, just my thinking, Trub, is... Oh, we've got 100 life points left to survive, but... It performed well at Worlds, and it's probably performing reasonably well at the moment. Do they hit anything in the engine? Oh, absolutely. I can agree. Tier itself's already significantly hit. I would hit cards like Curious first. Curious would be a good hit. Do they start preemptively hitting things like Beatrice and stuff like that? I might go into... Okay, Hydrant's nice. Do they get prepared for, like, the meta ahead and just proactively hit that card? So it's fair. Hot take, Beatrice is not a problem card. I'd love to hear your explanation on that. Beatrice is not even preemptive, but it's already a problem in the pile decks. Joe is also at YCS, also currently 3-0. All the good known players are doing pretty well. Can't do anything. Tried every possible angle to try and get them. They just win. Not an awful lot I can do there. Or do they start doing what the TCG hit and start hitting generic cards? Do we see Braun in the future getting banned? Borrowed Savage Dragon, Apollo USA, are those sort of cards going to be looked at? Masquerader, so people are forced to play different stuff in the extras. Or do they just completely ignore what the TCG does and go down their own path? Hot take, I've seen Body Run Prohibition for PCG and traps or even problematic cards. It's either hit or miss that card, though, if you call right, and they've got it. They just need to attack now. Samsarity Lotus. And I mean, when they release Toxic easy to make generic cards that become toxic and easy to make. They really need to rethink the game a little bit, I think, Reflect You at the moment. I think they've gone down the path of too many combo starters, people setting out these big boards with all these Omni negates, Maxi in the hand, Moltomies in the hand. They need to sort of then rethink the parascaling of this game a bit more. They need a bit more of the back and forth, and ultimately getting a duel done in 4 to 6 turns to make it really entertaining to sort of play and watch. Here we've got at least two wins to still get to get over the line. I think the only toxic generic cards are Floodgates and legs like a Rise Heart. I would never ever let anyone tell me Braun is more deserving of a ban than a Rise Heart. Just to be honest, at the moment, a Rise Heart isn't making a massive impact in this game at the moment to be in the discussion for being banned. I don't think so at the moment. It might come a point in time where it does have an optimal sort of condition where it, or an optimal format where it starts to dominate, and then the conversation has to be had. But at the moment, I think it's fine. How's things, Austin? Welcome in. I would say there will be a ban list next week. That'll be my prediction. Just after the Duelist Cup, a couple of days after, when they've analysed all the data, just bring Diabolos back. And then Cascade will be tier 1. So, I mean, right now we're waiting and ban to see how... yeah, and to see how bad it is, right? Another new Bell deck. Lovely. I've got nothing at all. I need probably evenly matched. Pop it on hand. I mean, Protoss is making a mass impact, and people want that banned. I think Protoss will meet its day where it gets banned, to be honest. Like, there is going to be a format where that card gets abused. If you guys are not following Reflect You as well, Reflect You is a streamer that plays a lot of Valmonica and Exorcister. Very much a highly recommended channel. Will probably be streaming over the next couple of hours, I would dare say. I don't see Savage Dragon getting hit unless it's alongside Bron and Apollo, like the TCG. That's what I'm saying, Ben. Do they go down the same pathway like that eventually and start hitting generics and forcing people to play different stuff? That's the question I was sort of posing just before. Okay, that's like right round Nibiru. Get that off for the turn. Right now we're looking at the TCG and OCD, like that SpongeBob meme with Squidward looking out the window. And they're completely two different sort of formats going on, because they just ban different things, they have different perspectives of how the game should be played. There should be just one universal list, to be honest. I think the OCD has the best ban list right now. What is the meta in the OCG now? I think Tempai was tier 1 when I last looked. And is Razul, whatever that deck is, I think that's been pretty dominant of late. The Bron and Apollo going for sure, but not too many decks run Savage. But yeah, as I've always said, and I've said it a lot over the last few years, just picture the game in 12 months from now. What are going to be the things we're complaining about in 12 months? I mean, there's going to be some other lore that's out there that's stronger than Snake Eye that we regret ever making, putting into the game. That carrot is nasty too. In my hand is terrible. But no, it's interesting to hear people's thoughts on what they would do for the game. The very different ban list everyone would come up with. Just speaking of the OCG ban list that dropped this week, did people like the hits that they did on that list? Like, a pretty significant one for me. Like, it's not a big thing at the moment, but Maxi's at 2 at the moment in that game. Are they going to reduce it to 1 on their next list and eventually ban it, just to, like, slowly blood in the Molchami cards? Trying to maneuver a play here. It's going to be really hard with Masquerader on the field. What would you hit in Branded, by the way? A few people were mentioning hit some hits in Branded. Would Sandify Dragon be a logical hit? Even though they're not going to hit that card. We'll go Provino. Personally, like the recent ban list, they started on hitting Maxi and they brought back my favorite card. Brandon Fusion, Mirror Jade, and Sandoval all bought to 0. They're not gonna put Brandon Fusion at 0. That literally just wrecks the deck. And we'll put that Malfi card face down. Oh, I agree. Sandoval is just toxic. It just encourages toxicity. You don't want that in the game this day and age. Live Knights, okay. Hopefully they're foolish to they're not targeting that. Okay. We'll go rescue. Bring another impulse back. Centify to 0, Alibur Infusion deployment to 1. Still got some options here. One thing I'm really positive about here, we can still technically do some play here. Yeah, that Malice deck is going to be incredibly strong, I think, just with the style that it has. I'm going to send away the Nibiru. Even though people are not a big fan of the birds either, Flauneries, I probably will build that for dual rooms. Just because it's another one to sort of learn and play. Brandon's a tier 2 deck for ages, it's strong on the right hands, but it's not in the top 5 decks to hit. And as mentioned, the only real logical hit is as mentioned, I am going to... I'm going to try and force that carrot. I'm not going to force that carrot. We got Typhon's useless. Go to the attacks. The annoying thing is we have to literally clear, well, I haven't cleared the carrot. That's a bit of a mistake. That's a serious mistake. I wanted to maneuver over, and I can't even destroy that. So that's literally the mistake that's cost us the duel. That was a wee bit of a lapse in judgment. But now, the decks that they'll be looking at Fire King Snake Eye. Can we do any hits there? Yubel will be something they look at. And they'll just look at anything that's just annoying enough in the game, I think. There's only going to be about 4 to 5 hits max, I think. It brings my point with Telemon too. They've been in the game a long time. They're doing reasonably well still. What a terrible decision I made there. I could have got rid of Carrot as well. Be very good. I've got your replay of an IKCS to put up. If you just copy and paste the code, I'll get that up now. I've just been that much in the zone. I'm just trying to get to level 100 so I can make the decision what I'm going to craft. So I'm going to be stuck on that decision for a while. I am very tempted to get something that can potentially go close to completing a deck. So I don't think any of the cards on my staple list are just needed at this time. I've got to revisit that list. I am tempted to go... These are the 3 cards I'm sort of thinking, 3 or 4 cards. I'm thinking Change of Heart, my second copy. Round 4 starting Yubel versus Dryton. Interesting matchup. Dryton are pretty good if they get the set up. You'd think Yubel would be the favourites to win that sort of series of matches, but you never know. If you ask me, they're using the dual cut to see what to hit. If I had to guess, Shavara is going to get hit because it will cripple but not break Yubel. And that's a good point too, the best bot player. So what they would have been doing... they would have analysed what happened at Worlds to see what cards are pretty prominent in the game, and the Duelist Cup's always a mechanism for them to check and just put a significant list in that out. That's usually what does happen. I would love them to shake up things enough where some things are brought down a peg and some other things can sort of catch up, you know. Appreciate that, cool pick. Front going first, so it could be just a 15-minute feature. I think they've gone that straight away, so I'm gonna dodge. I've got Ash. The annoying thing is I've got that spell and trap effect. Can't get a very high defense up. But yeah, how are you, by the way, the best bot player? Hopefully you got some cool new decks that you can showcase, like replay-wise. Got a few things built. Yeah, me friended top replay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start pinning some people's names to the top of my thing. But yeah, I'll get a couple replays in that up if people are keen to get them up. Because we are going to be on a while, you know, I'm just grinding whatever gems I can pick up. Like, we're nearly at 6,500 gems. And I am really working hard the next 11, 12 days before that new pack. To see if I can get around 8,000 for the box. And also, for the festival around that time, we'll go into the new box as well. So that'll give me around 10 or 11k. I'm on it. I may or may not have started playing new bows. No, I have no shame. How would you know? You got to play what's best fit for you at the end of the day. Like, if you see an opportunity where your account can get it reasonably on the cheap, or be able to do it in a way where you've opened up a lot of the pack already. I don't discourage people from playing stuff, but like, I'll be playing Tempai. I'll be a villain in this stream for a few months. Matt's playing Tempai, that very annoying deck that goes second. That has no skill at all. But as I put it anyway, I've got most of the cards, like the board breaker cards. It just makes logical sense for me to build that and continue on my path of just sort of finishing some projects and that off. And just having that as my rank deck for a few months. And just Shadow Mosquito, we're going to lose this way. Okay. Yeah, a couple of very nice replays coming up. Next question to you guys as well. Do they restrict the Dear Bowstar a little bit? Do they semi-limit that card to 2? Do they just slowly bring what the Parascale stake I can really do? And eventually get Dear Bowstar down to 1 copy. So mine's weird. It doesn't use Phantom and loves using Loving Defender. Hallucination counters are just going to inflict me for 2,500, and that's our game. Right, a few replays coming up. I think KCS's replay will be first. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, as you can see, the count's looking quite good at the moment. Matt, do you want me to resize the camera space? Just make it bigger and put a bit better? I'll fix it up, Frankie. Like, I've just had a wee play around with it at the moment. Like, I've got enough time tomorrow. Like, I can reshape this camera piece pretty easily. It's all good. I'll fix it up. Don't worry about it. I will get the camera looking pretty much like covering all that. I'll cut that little bit out and then just sort of swing it over here. It's fine. You're all good. I've just got it here at the moment. I just hadn't had time to really out and out adjust it. What would you hit out of stun decks? I think, even though I despise stun, I think they've had enough hits as is. You gotta have that as part of a strategy. You'll make the camera as small as possible. make it like this big. Hey, look, I can see materia in the background. But no, I'll line it up sort of properly in time. Right, so the best bot player, I will pin you there because I know you come in for replays. Get your one up first because I had you right there. Duelist Cup Duel, Corpic, and then KCS. But no, I can easily fix that. I can probably edit it up now. Yeah, I'll play around with that tomorrow. I'll have that all good tomorrow. That's fine. Yeah, just waiting for your code, KCS. I'll just re-put it back up. Just copy and paste it. I know you've redeemed, so you don't have to do it again. I'll just go in reverse of the ones here. I'm gonna bother until you fix it. Yeah, I'll try and have it fixed before tomorrow's stream, Frankie. And then it'll be the awesome overlay. Like I said, I absolutely love the overlay anyway. Like, Bottle Savage Dragon's such an amazing card, and good old Striker Dragon in the corner there. It's just the perfect mix. Good old evenly matched causing its problems. Evenly matched is just an incredibly valuable card these days. You can break the defenses. Okay, reasoning. Okay. Going up against Paleo. We're looking for Paleo to get like their like transaction rollbacks, elemental burst in there, Laundry Dragon Maid. Speaking of Dragon Maid, I have to start doing stuff with Dragon Maid as well. Like there's so many possibilities I can go direction wise. Dragon Maid's getting a new card. Two new cards that are pretty good. You Bow the Loving Defender Forever, nice. Nice wee polish replay. If you want to see another Skull Servants replay, yeah, we'll get them up. Normally Beard, it is a channel point redemption, but I'm quite happy to put them up for you. The best spot player is there. Corpic will go your replay next, and then KCS, and then Beard. I'll just do it in that order there. But yeah, don't worry about it today. Yeah, just this is a reminder. Else, if I had the replays for free, we wouldn't get any duels in that in. Can't drag it down like that. Mind. I'll play with that transform. I'll have fun with that tomorrow. Corpic putting in some nice work here. We've got Fallen of our Bears ×2. We are going into Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Frankie saving all his energy for that big world run that he's gonna promise us. Say, for example, if you were to qualify for Worlds, who would you take the Worlds in my? Like any player in the world for like an all-star team? Who would be your ultimate team? Darkness Dragon. Okay, they're really trying to cook the Cyber Darkness Dragon. Equipping. Going to the big play and inflicting 2,000 points of damage. Corbeck's still in the game. Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous. We're able to do a lot with that one card. They'll be in the dragon. We are cooking the Ash Dragon, Draglubian, and the big number of hundreds. And there we have it. We just blast over the top of a big powerhouse monster and a very rememberable duel. So the next game is KCS, Duelist Cup there, and then we got Beard. But yeah, I love a Vibe and Frankie stream playing the TCG card simulator. You should have seen up to the scams that I was doing yesterday. Like, at the end of the day, I just drained out all the aerosol out of all the sprays, and people were buying them full price. Long gun. I think they're adding some sort of other TCGs into it as well, so people have different card games to play and so you can open up different packs. I'm not the best player going around the McGee show. I put up some reasonable duels at times. Nah, the McGee show is a good sword. Like, I know they're joking, but yeah, I'm not the best player going around. I'm always striving to improve, though. Like, I have gotten a lot better, like, in recent times. Like, we're just got to continue developing our game and sort of getting better every day. That's a fair assessment. Love to be a lot better at this game. Top 2 replays, second redemption coming, Thanatos. Nice, we'll get a good bunch of replays up before we leave 100. I appreciate this because it gives me a bit more time to think what we go for. Y'all made a Cyber Dragon deck. Nice. I would love to see what you've done compared to my one. I had to tweak my Cyber Dragon Dark build as well. Nah, you gotta have a good sense of humor as well. By the way, OBS trick, you might know already, if you hold Alt and drag the editing crop instead of resizing and distorting them. I wonder if that works in Streamlabs. So I'm using Streamlabs, Frankie. I don't use OBS. I'll just see if it will work. Just bear with me. Yo, Demoni gifting a tier 1 in the McGee show. It's the first time gifting in the stream. Wonder if that works. Oh, okay. I'll fix it anyway, Frankie. I'll fix it. Yeah, there'll be another button of pushing there. We will fix it. Don't you worry. We will fix it just to get it looking a bit better. But yeah, Demoni, absolutely really appreciate it. We had a few people gift out some subs today. It's great. Right, so KCS top notch replay as always. Always learn a lot by watching some of your really good replays. Top replay, I'm guessing, for Beard, and 2 from Thanatos. Are you redeemed too? Okay, KCS, I will. I'll go back to your code after this. It's all good. Mic is censored for obvious reasons. I hope the mic hasn't gone mute or anything like that. That would be a bit of a pain. I hope not. Please. Yeah, it is working. It is working. You're actually playing a deck that I want to play, conveniently enough, with the Usatic stuff. But to make it public, okay, Beard, I'll give you a chance to go make it public. We've got to put another KCS one up. played with Dueling Ragnarok, obviously one of the newer engines in the game. I didn't really go into this pack. I didn't really have enough of the plant stuff to really consider this deck. Like down the line, maybe when there is a few more cards that I've picked up, like we may go for it. Yeah, if you've got a deck that's really prone to evenly at the moment, it is an absolute battle to try and win a duel. Like Rescue Ace just has no answer for it. Like one of my friends did suggest playing like a Jama Duo with Trio, just so it summons the few tokens on the other side of the field to try to sort of combat the evenly matched. But it just doesn't fit the mold of the deck. So KCS has got the Sword Soul and the Destrudo. That's points into Yazi. And it's good to go now, Beard. Okay, so we'll alternate between your ones. And then we've got two Thanatos ones. Just some of the unusual lines that you come up with. This makes you a top tier Sword Soul player. I'm only real mid when it comes to Sword Soul. I certainly have to get better. I think we'll have to play a Puritino engine. Yo, she's a mod. She's a mod, she's a mod, she's a mod. Yeah, 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 yeah. She's a mod, she's a mod. Yeah, yeah, she's a mod, she's a mod. She won't change anymore. Girl, listen to me. Here we go, here's the Skull Servants. Like the old beach vibe. I've got to remind Nicole to just fix Yellow up. Yellow is meant to be on its way to get the play set. She's a mod. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. She's a mod. She's a mod. Yeah, yeah. She's a mod. She's a mod. She won't change anymore. Because I wanted her love. I said I'd buy her new clothes. She took advantage of my trust. Now I'm broken, completely lost. Look at that, the finish, the sublime finish going Kingdom Skull Servants for 8,000 damage. The win from here. And we've got Thanatos replays. Thank you for the patience there, Thanatos. Top 2 replays. I've got one against Payload as well. It's only 2 minutes. It's a really short song in the scheme of things. Oh, 3 evenly in the opening hand. What's the other replay we're watching, Thanatos? Is this one and another one? We're running all over, travel the speed of light and beyond. Our future is loading, the doorway is showing what we want. When you're in the freight, you can't be guessing about. No matter what remains. Skelly's jamming out to Cheese and Mod. It's a good song, Cheese and Mod. It's an old song. To be visible now, the replay, fantastic.
Possess your strength to brave the data storm. Riding with the wind, your heart slinking up to more. Gusts can try to knock you down, but you'll win the race connecting.
That's the whole song, folks. 2 minutes and about 3 seconds. That's the whole song. Keep them on.
The impossible can win.
3 of them, boom.
It's never a rumor. It's waiting with the wind.
Fire King profile pack.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Done a really good job breaking that up. 3 evenly certainly goes a long way in this game. Another card I was sort of left field going to pick up was Exceed the Pendulum today, but don't really have Pendulum on my mind at the moment to build. Dust Dragon. Yep, a song from 1964, so it's 60-year-old. No, it's even older than that. No, it is. It's 60-year-old. It's a 60-year-old song. Just had the right hand for the right occasion, though, to break that board. They probably couldn't believe their luck when they were hit with the triple. Uh, 6,700 left, plays 400. They call ODB at Frankie NZ. What's your response, Frankie? Right, GG's. We got the replay at the top for Thanatos. Update that there. Cool. 4-turn replay. Let's go. Would have been upset looking at that in my hand, but thanking Lord Helix at the end. Amazing what you can do with like an average hand, like you can just turn up things big time. Just 1 or 2 cards just change the complexion of a lot of things. Oh, Snake Eye Fire King Snake Eye. Okay, we got the 2 negate Apollo. We got the Avada, which is very frustrating to go up against. So we'll send that away. Fusion deployment. Send away Saraneer. Saraneer is going to activate, send Fusion away. Create a Fusion. Ash is going to get Cool Bides. Paying down a few resources there though, like a mid-lead. I think you had to do that too, just to give yourself a shot in this game. Just try and bait what you put out. They have drained so many of their players here. I think that's devastated them this turn. That is a lot of loss there. Attack on the field. And this card's incredibly good. It's going to put so much good work in here. Just with all the interactions that they did there, I think that's going to just hurt them, and especially this part of the game. Branded High Spirits, Branded Fusion, sending away a couple cards, Albion the Branded Dragon. Top tier gameplay. That's how it's done. Right, we've got through all the replays. We are very close to completing the dual pass. We've got about half the thing to go. Then we've got the big decision to make. What we go for effectively. This hand's not too bad. I like this hand. That card's is nice and glued to our hand at the moment. Just gives us always a chance to break up any board. It's Bell. Speaking of which, gotta let my chickens out now and get them fed. Yeah, absolutely that better. I might be on for a little while longer yet, like just sort of picking up some things and yeah, just getting myself set up for some big decision making over the next wee while. I'll let everyone see what we craft anyway today. Just go through my thought process of while we'll go for a particular card. Nightmare Pain. Hoping this card savages the strategy. I've got cool buy for this card here when it sends. It doesn't break it. It's useful for me. It's useful for me here. It's nice enough setup at the moment. When Speen Citizen as a meta arrive in mass, I'm afraid I will have to replace most costly by Dark Ruler and more. I'm happy I've got 3 copies of Dark Ruler no more. It's going to have its moment sooner or later in the game to sort of break up the board. When you think about it, Fiendsmith's probably not too far away in this game. You're probably looking at that 3 to 6 month window that it's going to be in Master Duel. Same with probably Azamina. But requires them having perfect field and still costs 3 interactions, whilst then evenly it's just 1 interaction. Italy. No, you're serious? That shut me out. I can't. There. Does Dark Ruler Mod negate Venom Bounce's effects? They're gonna have that damn Ibley on my side of the field. Have to take the loss and just take whatever experience points I can get. Right, Elf. Well, Evenly's getting no interactions now. I hate Maxi just losing to Yubao because of it. Really can see the Ibley getting banned because why not? She's pure toxic buffing Yubao. Maxi's absolutely frustrating. It's good when you've got it, and then absolutely frustrating when you go up against it. It's just so controversial, that card. I cannot wait for the day when that card is announced as a card that may get limited to 2, limited to 1, and then banned in this game. Oh, my impulse. The only thing is Nightmare Pain set up, so there's not an awful lot I can do. Deek plays Links. Ibley is absolutely terrible. Link 1 if they go mouth. If you Ibley again, you just Link 2 with it, but I don't play it Link 1. Level 7 Frankie, need 2 tributes. Handy level Link 1. Couple of bricks as well, and I'm afraid that otherwise it's a hand trait format, 20 hand traits and 40 card deck again to have a chance. And is that a good thing for the game, realistically? Like, having so many hand traits and that, you want a wee bit of room for creativity and whatnot. Like, you have to somehow get that ratio down if you're Konami to like 10 to 15 cards. Even then it's quite a few cards going in there. How good of a duel is a McGee show? You're probably right up there. You're probably, in terms of the Yu-Gi-Oh scale things, 8, 9, or 10. Somewhere in that vicinity. Like, if I was on the scale of 1 to 10, I'd be like 3, 4, or 5. Like, I've still got a lot of development to go. But again, very, very hard to scale a person out of 1 to 10. Like, in terms of... It depends what people are piloting, how long people have been playing for. You got to factor all this in to like giving people like a rating. No, I consider you a very good player in the McGee show, like in terms of knowledge and seen you play quite a bit before, even in the Mac Cup tournaments, other tournaments as well. I agree. I love when formats, decks, and metas have a lot of engine requirements that leads to different combos and boards even within the same beat. Exactly, and that's where the game needs to trend back towards. I'm still in the boat I said that Maxi has to get hit and banned eventually. Like, it's been... Even now it needs to be banned. I just don't think they make brave enough decisions in this game at times. They leave cards lingering too long. They keep the top decks going too long at the moment. Like, sure, they want to extend the lore out for some of their stories that they're telling. But, you don't want a months on end the same deck sort of turning up and dominating time and time again, whereas people are not going to play the game anymore. Like look at the TCG and their recent hits. They didn't hit Snake Eye enough. Like, sure, Azamina's coming out. Just give Azamina more cards and just remove these Snake Eye cards. Just freshen up the meta a wee bit. So he's just, yep, clicking everything I played through his whole board, and then he has Maxi on top of it. And that's the annoying thing. If you set up a really good board turn 1, Maxi just can activate on turn 2 and they replenish their hand. But sadly, that's the way Yu-Gi-Oh's gone, and there's no turning back for Konami now. They're just going to make things... They're going to speed up things even more. We'll be having this conversation in like a month, in a month's time, a year's time, and 5 years' time. I'd hate to see what the game looks like in 5 years' time from now. But absolutely cooked in that duel. Not a lot we can do. Closing slowly and on that level 100. Demoted again. It's been topsy-turvy today. Still good. Can't do too much about that. We've had a 9-match win streak and a 6-match win streak today. Can't complain. Yeah, not a lot we can do. Like, at the end of the day, we're playing a deck that's well and truly rogue at best now. Like, I don't even play the optimized Rescue Ace engine anyway. I am missing a very important bonfire. Nothing in the hand, which seems the Banish Pile is also questionable. It's starting to feel like another graveyard too. Exactly, like the Banish Pile should be what it's called, the Banish Pile. Like, you shouldn't be able to retrieve cards from it. That's sadly what the game can do now as well. Like, the only real time you feel safe if cards are stuck in the deck or are banished face down, and even banished face down, you can still potentially retrieve them back. Interesting times for the card game. Very interesting times. I just hope they can sort of self-correct themselves, even though I don't think they will. Just keep my board basic. This deck will be dangerous. This will be tier thread into this as well. I think we go rescue. Keep the contain for the Judgment Dragon. Yeah, Rescue A's are pretty cool. Like, they only get a certain cards back, and Rescue A's HQ shuffles a lot of things back. Gonna go reinforce on the Preventer, so that's fine, doesn't bother me. Yeah, I've had the old Feather Duster Raigeki or Lightning Storm Feather Duster combos. Not very pleasant to go against in City, okay. Gonna have to slow down two of their engines. I'm gonna hope like heck they just don't draw in anything too crazy. That Medora is going to send more. No, it's gonna shuffle. It's gonna shuffle. That's all good. We're still good in the still. We'll get airlift to set up for another emergency. No, it's one of those things. The game's in a pretty rough state at the moment. Like that's where streamers have to step up a wee bit too, and just have some different kind of tournaments just to keep the game sort of energized and sort of pretty active over the next wee bit. This deck has tons of gas. This is why this is really dangerous for me at the moment. We will definitely contain that. How dangerous that is. They do have a Judgment Dragon potential in their hands. It's going to be very of a Judgment Dragon. I think we're going to be still another duel away before we can do anything else. They can't flip that down. Rory's game. I am reinforced. Don't want them milling forward that easily, so they can send all those away. How's your day going, Suffering? More partial playing in casual tournaments. Yeah, and that's what it should be like. People should be having fun, you know. Just gotta be careful. No, they've hit their tier package. Oh, that is so frustrating. Now they can sort of cook now. No, I've got some fun things planned just when the time is right. Like, I have to talk to a few people that have entered in for Sealed Showdown just a couple of months ago if they're still keen on playing that particular round of Sealed. We have had a few of those. They've been super fun. We're up to, I believe, on the earlier sets still. We've done like Legion of Blue Eyes, Metal Raiders, Magic Ruler, the starter decks we've done, the tins we've done. It's been quite early, 2002, 2003 era Yu-Gi-Oh! That's been a delight to have in stream. I am thinking about having like a Duelist Kingdom like themed sort of duel room, you know, where everyone just picks a character they want to play, or say for example, I have a series with another streamer or something where we spin a wheel and we play whatever particular character for that week, like Duelist Kingdom matchups, Battle City matchups, go to GX and do matchups, similar to what DZ and MBT do at the moment. Except we just build the deck sort of optimally. But yeah, literally I've taken the idea of Simo's series. It's okay, we can adjust. Can't negate me anyway. There they go, they surrender, and you have to think other TCGs aren't vanilla anymore either. Do you know how many keywords there are in MTG now, where how complex Digimon and One Piece have already gotten? And there we have it, guys. We're at level 100 in the Duel Pass. We have reached the destination that I wanted to get to today, so I'm pretty proud of that effort. Now it's the big call. The big decision is going to have to be made of what is our last craft of the Duel Pass. So I've got some very big calls to make. I've got these cards here as well that I'm looking at sort of getting some things done with. I've been dreading this moment all day, like just trying to work out what we need to go for. I've been sort of just brainstorming. We've got 40 UR crafting mats. One of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Edges over other TCGs is how high octane it is. Even other games just aren't beating down with vanillas and going turn 40 will deck out. Already have it, Frankie. I got it in the early part of the Duel Pass. So I've got a few cards that I need to get ninjas and that done with as well. Where are we? We've got some big decisions to make. Live Twin, like for Abomination, would be kind of one that we could go for potentially as well. That gives me an in-progress Live Twin build if we were to do that. But yeah, we've just got to make the right call, you know. Like it's got to be something that's going to work out for us pretty straight away. Get rid of these two. I've already got a place here to them. But yeah, just got to brainstorm what we really need to go for. So yeah, I'm not picking up Bonfire. I don't have any copies of that card. It's probably too late for me to pick up that now. It's sure it's going to strengthen up Rescue Ace, but the purpose of next month is to move on from Rescue Ace. So it's not really worth me picking up that card. Oh, drew the driver in hand. It's glued. As mentioned, it's always glued to your hand when you have it. Yeah, for the meantime, we won't craft that card. How's things doing? Gaming branded with Labyrinth. Again, just with branded Labyrinth cards, I just don't have any of the cards to really build the deck. Welcome to the streamer, by the way. But yeah, it's strategy that we don't really have anything going for. Right, so these are the cards that I'm thinking of at the moment. Boral Sword. Team Manny, they need a ban Max C. We'll bring it down to 1. That would be great for everyone. This is my prediction what's going to happen with Max C in this game. The Mole Chummy, Pirello, and Furoros release Maxi goes to 2. Genix. Again, with the craft, it's got to be something that is got utility value. But this is how I see them doing it. Pirello and Fururos come in the game, they drop it to 2, they drop it to 1, and then they ban it. They do it painfully that way. But yeah, Boral Sword is something for ninjas, but I'm not going to pick up... We're probably going to rule that card out of there. But yeah, the Genix cards I just have no purpose for because, yeah, there is so many new Genix cards, and it's just not really any point me going for them. Because that card's really good, and that card there you need at least a few copies of as well. But yeah, very important. We want a flexible craft that really works well for us at the moment. But yeah, the OCG does put Maxi to 2 Phoenix, and I have a feeling they're going to do that in this game as well. But that's when the Molchummy cards release. But yeah, I agree with you too, OCF. Like, I want the card gone, personally, but I see them gradually reducing it off the list. But yeah, the card's going to be super versatile, potentially, for us. What else we got on this list that we need to? Wouldn't surprise. Sounds like an OCG move they would do. My parents playing Fire King Snake and not having Poplar in his combo. What is going on? Right. So the craft that we were going to go originally for in the Duel Pass was going to be Fenrir, but I am going to rule out probably Fenrir just for this time round. Fenrir will be in the next lot of crafts that we go for. But the card still has to be a flexible craft, so there is a few possibilities that we do go for. Another card I'm very much considering, and this is for like my Tempai deck. I am considering a second copy of Change of Hearts for a board breaker. So many hard decisions to make because yeah, we really want to sort of get a new deck in that build for stream. And that's what it's going to be. So I've decided on my 4th craft. Second copy of Change of Heart has been decided. Sorry, I just got to clear my throat. We're committed to building Tempai, and Change Heart's played in a lot of Tempai decks. I think that's not a bad decision. Change Heart can be sort of played in a few funzy sort of decks as well. I think that's a really good decision on our behalf. So I'm just going to update the UR and SR targets now on stream in terms of what we're going to sort of go with next. So because our Duel Pass is now done, we won't be able to get any targets for a wee while, but I dare say when we open up a lot of the new pack, there will be opportunities to sort of pick up some new targets. But yeah, ultimately that decided that was on my mind all day too, like just thinking, have I got any more that I need to add for Tempai? That's certainly it. But yeah, like with Tempai, you need a lot of board breaker stuff. We've got like a copy of Regeki, Lightning Storms we've got as well to break up board. We've got Heavy Storm as well. I picked up Heavy Storm in recent times. 2 Lightning Storms, Heavy Storm. Mind Control's another one that we've sort of got as well. There are sort of plenty of options that we can go down, avenues, build the deck. But yeah, that was a very good suggestion, Shrub. That was ultimately on my mind anyway, for what we wanted to build. And ultimately what we went for in the end. But yeah, if anyone wants to put any replays up while I can sort of construct SR and UR target lists, would be great. I am just sort of finalizing what we'll do for the next 2 to 3 crafts for each one. Yeah, so the reason why I didn't ultimately go for Fenrir on the craft, I just don't think I need the card at the moment. Like, it's going to be a card we ultimately pick up anyway. There is another possibility I get the Ghost Sister. So, say for example, this is a good side card for Tempai as well. Yeah, it would have been an okay choice. But there's other cards that can fulfill the role of Raigeki at the moment. So that kind of just ruled it out for the meantime. But yeah, like the Spooky Dogwood card is probably a card that we will have to pick up at some stage. Potentially, but it's just not in that list for now. Yeah, like Dark Hole I do need to get copies admittedly of. Well, we got 3 copies of that anyway. Oh, exactly. If you're not playing tournaments, it's not worth getting Dogwood for the meantime. Like, I will be playing more tournaments long term, but short term, I just don't need the card. But yeah, I'll put up some replays. I'm just sort of thinking up sort of through my list now. I'm just going to talk through my processes why we're going for certain cards. But no, really happy with that decision. That I think, realistically, our next big build's Tempai. We're getting everything prepared for that, you know. It's going to be pretty well prepared for it. Because, just heads up about the next pack, I am investing into it. But I am not going out of my way to craft any of the deck's additional cards if we don't get, say, the cards in the pack. Like, Goblin by Ritual Beast and whatever the third one, if it's not Tempai, I'll try and get them. But if we don't get them straight away, I'm not too flustered or not too worried. If I get one of those things built from the next one, it'll be quite good. Yeah, we'll just leave those replays up for now, and I'm just working on what we're going to be crafting next. Because the next portion of the stream is going to be a bit of a fun one. Now, we're going to be looking at some Tempai lists, just for a little bit, just to see what they're being played like, and how we adapt. Obviously, it's a wee bit different in the TCG, just in terms of their style. We've got to adapt accordingly. So, obviously, there's going to be quite a sensible amount of choices made. Strengthen ourselves up. With Pinballer, what's that name of that deck? They synergize well with them. Yeah, Gold Pride, that's the one. I remember picking up this card. Someone told me that it was going to be real good in the format that it was going to be in. Did absolutely nothing, but it's sort of funsy card to sort of have. But no, kind of relieved. I've had that on my mind the whole day what I was going to craft. And I'm really wrapped with my decision. I went against my instincts, which was to craft Fenrir and just be done with getting that card. Like, now we've got that second change of heart, just one step closer to having that ultimate build on day one. Oh yeah, you gotta be absolutely aware that you're gonna get side blocked, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll just put a few more replays up. We'll just put that feature up over the next wee bit as we sort of work out what our next lot of strategy is. So one of the next UR targets is going to be Raigeki. Getting a set copy of that just to obviously get to the Master Duel sort of limits. It's going to be something we are going to get as a priority craft. I think we'll get that next month. Next month. Say we will get a craft of some description next month with us opening up quite a few packs. Funny to me that there are people backseating Jesse Cotton. There's absolutely no reason to backseat Jesse Cotton. Jesse Cotton's just going to do what Jesse Cotton does and just play a pretty efficient duel regardless. Get 3 again because I feel like it'll be unhit. Yeah, like I'll get up to 2 copies anyway. Good thing I'll probably win anyway since I have the Light Dark Chaos Angel. If you get the Light Dark Chaos Angel set up, it's very hard to dislodge. Going to be looking at some cards in a moment. Just to make sure I've got every potential card that I need for the next stage of what we need to be going for. No, that's another dual pass done. Hopefully everyone else's dual pass has been going well. That dual pass has come at the right time for me anyway as we sort of build towards our next big thing. And we're going to be attacking with the Psychic End Punisher, and Duelist A will win the duel. Stop autoplay. Right, let's have a wee look here. I will cover the screen with this just for now. So Frankie's overlay will just be temporary dislodge. I'm just looking at some lists at the moment. So at the moment we'll just plus into the screen a little bit more just so people can see what we've got and what we're looking at the moment. Just looking at some different lists at the moment, just in terms of what we're going to construct. I'm just looking at tournament decks and just checking to see what cards I've got at the moment. So I've got the shifters. You only allowed 2 shifters in Master Duel. Obviously Ragiki's at 2 in this game as well. So yeah, obviously the list and that's a wee bit different. Yeah, definitely need a second copy of that. Change Heart's at 1 at this format, but it's at 2 in Master Duel, so very interesting. Do I have Snatch Steel? I'm pretty sure I have Snatch Steel. I don't have Snatch Steel. Okay, so Snatch Steel's going on my targets list. They'll probably be crafted before Raigeki, actually, so we'll change the order of that, because I've already got a Raigeki, and we can sort of put alternative cards in for that. But I want a little bit of flexibility, so I can at least play some of the stronger engines. What's the Cyberus player did the ROC? I'm a Cyberus player, I hardly ever read my cards. I'm just gonna have a wee look, see if I've got the Doolittle Chimera. I don't have that card. That will be crafted in my SR crafts. They'll take priority of King of the Skull Servants at the moment. Right, just sifting through here. We're just looking at some of the lists to see what some of the common ones I'm gonna see here. Pretty sure I've got all the very important Black Rose stuff. So we'll look at the other variations. Go to the next list. Got the Moonlit Chills, just in case. Commonly, there's 2 Raigekis always played in these. we've got 3 Dark Holes, got a play set of those, so that's fine. Forbidden Droplet, we've got 3 of. Heavenly Seal, I've definitely got that card. A lot of people are citing this card, but I'm not going to pick up that card. It's interesting to see, like, most of the Tempai engines are practically almost the same in this. Obviously, they'll be a wee bit different in Master Duel, but I can see the trend. Cool. So I've made a decision on a few cards here so far. Try to take over your Elixir and then realize he can't be destroyed by battle because of Chaos Angel. Then he went into Access Code and started destroying my brand and regain, only to realize my protects my own spell and traps own cards. He scooped after that. But yeah, that's a problem I have. I never read myself and just sort of go by there. Nice. But yeah, I've got this. So this card is played in a few Tempai decks, right? So we might as well pick this card up. In the next wee while, we will pick up that SR pretty quickly. So King of the Skull Servants will have to wait a little bit longer to be like fully completed. So I've got to get another UR target. I've got Snatch, Steel, and Regeki written down at 1 apiece. What have we got in our main craft list at the moment? Oh, you're looking at my staple deck. I can leave it up there if you like, but look at that for my 65 hand trap build. Played a deck with it the other day. Kind of funny. But you can see why I'm really very careful what we craft and that, you know. Like there's a few other things on my mind that I might sort of look at grabbing. What's on my normal little craft list at the moment? Cards I need to complete decks. It's like obviously I only need 1 King of the Skull Servants now. What are SR targets that we're sort of looking for? I might start looking at the Spell Power Masteries. Start getting them for the Ninamon deck. Other one. I might pick up the first movement solos actually. Like we may play Melodious eventually on this account. I might start picking up then. So that will 2 times of them. I'm just thinking of 1 more UR craft now. That's what we'll do, and we'll update our targets list for everything that we are looking at finalizing here. We're just about done. Cards I need to complete decks. I don't really need to go into that avenue just yet. 1 craft away from getting that deck done. Gonna have to wait though. Josh, Herman, and Joho all 4-0, so very much looking likely going into the next sort of stages. I am going to pick up maybe this card here, potentially. Yep, so this is my new updated list. Right, so we've updated the SR targets and the UR targets now. Okay, so make sure that's updated. So Yeah, the little chimeras played in some of the Tempai decks. Obviously, King of the Skull Servants, get that through a copy of that to complete that whole engine and first movement solo. Just start getting some melodious pieces, just in case we want to commit to that deck. Does very little, doesn't it, Fab? And the UR targets. Obviously, like we don't have a Snatch Steel. We'll pick up a copy of that. If I have time to get another Fenrir, we will in Fenrir. If we don't see Tempai next month, it gives me another month to prepare. Yep, it's played in a bit of Fire King as well. Yeah, so Doolittle is this card. This card here. Gets a little bit of value, but yeah, I'm just making some sound choices for myself. Like, still Fenrir is on the wish list to craft, so we'll keep that on our little craft list. I'm gonna update this little pickup list anyway. Like, there'll be probably the Horus cards that will appear up in here, and we'll see how we can map our journey out for getting them. It may take a few, like, dual passes, maybe, or a bit of luck getting some cards elsewhere to get them. But yeah, a lot of people's thoughts are people thinking that's a good move for me going for, like, Snatch Steel, maxing out on the Raigekis that we can, and potentially Fenrir. 7k at the Duelist Cup, Yanni. I'm 1k. I won a 2 with Zodiac before with it. But no, generally really happy with where we're progressed anyway. Like, we are going to probably definitely get one of these targets during the next wee bit. But yeah, the one thing I've been getting very wrong. The one thing I've been getting wrong, like when we've been building decks in the past, is like Rescue Ace, we never played at full power. Like, we gradually built up Prankids at the time. That was our first real deck. We had to just gradually... We didn't play that at full strength as well. That's why you invested in the Master Saga pack. I think realistically for me, I didn't have to go into that pack. I just needed to pick out the cards I need and just craft them gradually. Like, yeah, in my time with Rescue Ace too, like, I just haven't had the deck at full power. Same with Mathmic. Mathmic, when the new cards released, I didn't really go for those cards. I really had my mind on the other project then. I think with the Tempai deck, I'm going to be at least at full power. It's... How would I put it? It's sacrificing time that I could be building some other stuff. Hero is still a fair while away, Yanni, just to let you know. We've got other things that we need to get done. Obviously, some of these things on the list will be priority. Like, obviously, my live twin deck that we've got in progress. Got some 5Ds. Got Usatic that I want to finish. We've got Ninja that I have to finish as well. So there's still quite a few cards that we have to sort of pick up for these projects. Yeah, like with Hero, once again, Hero's scattered across quite a few packs. And with that at the moment, just being honest, like, I just had to get lucky and pull some of the cards to invest into the pack. Yeah, like, as you can see, I still need Neos, I still need Honest Neos, still need Dark Lore. There's still a fair bit of work to do to try to get the hero build sort of understanding. Probably need a few more hero lives. Yeah, it's just priorities at the moment. Heroes are not too far away to be considered investing in though. I'm not sort of saying it, ruling it out at the moment. Just got to get some other things sort of tidied up and sort of finished at the moment. Like, and another thing too, like, some of the decks are not at full strength either. Like Plunder Patrol, for example, I would like to pick up a third Blackbeard, the Plunder Patrol captain. Get that bit more stronger. Gem Knights, obviously, we want another Master Diamond somewhere. That could be something we pick up. It's just strengthening up what we have as well, so they're more optimized and being able to play a bit more consistently. But heroes are on the agenda. But yeah, as mentioned, there are 4 decks there that are in a not completed stage that I just need to flick into progress. Yeah, exactly, Thanos. I'm not gonna go for the hero stuff at the moment. It's just making logical choices what I'm going for. At the moment, obviously, everyone's seen, like, Snatch Steel we're picking up. Raigeki we're picking up. We're going all in on Tenpai. I think Tenpai will do pretty okay in the game. But no, a lot of good work's been done. A lot of good work's been done. Like, getting the dual pass complete now. Sitting at that amount of gems. Like, we're going to be at 7,000 halfway through next week. We're going to be close to 8,000 by the time the new pack drops. I'm super stoked. I'm super happy where we're at. Obviously, we'll have the new season for about 10 or so days when it comes in. But yeah, it's just wise moves on my behalf. Like, if you look at the staple list, look how many cards fit into the Tenpai stuff that we've got. We've got Heavy Storm, Feather Duster, we've got Raigekis. Probably a third Nibiru wouldn't hurt down the line either, because they sometimes play 3. You can get away with 2. But yeah, looking at this, as mentioned, we cover a lot of different formats, and whatever deck we invest into, like, I can go back to this list, say, hey, I've got this, I've got that. There at some point, probably in the next 3 to 6 months, we're going to have every staple in the game. Just the way we've gone about it, set up this account. Yeah. And that's the strength of Tenpai. You got to take the things. The pack with new spot comes out in 2025 in January for pay. What are you talking about? I build like that. I have it Unchained in my lab, so picking up your bell is a natural transition, and that's what you do, Fab. You sort of look at how to best utilize your gems and like crafting mats and that. Maybe even split this into best stables versus niche stables, Max C versus Solemns. I could do it that way, but I just want that stuck all in one, so I don't take up a slot at the moment. Once at 25, some of the retired decks will probably start getting deleted, to be honest, but I will write them all down, or just sort of screenshot them all so I know what I'm putting into the deck when we sort of have them for dual room nights. But it'll be a fair while before we get 25 completed decks in this game still, but still a lot of groundwork to be done for this game. I'm just going to have a wee check to see who's online too, because we're just about to set up a raid. Twitter's getting fairly late my time. But yeah, another card I want to pick up is, like, for example, the is Xe the Pendulum as well. But yeah, we're gonna be extensively working off some of these lists and that anyway. Like, eventually I'm gonna have to craft this. I'm gonna have to craft this to complete some other engines. Like, this is not really stapley anymore either, the Ancient Warrior card, but I've got it there because it's sort of a card that's played in some engines. But yeah, let's set off a raid. I am going to raid today. We're going to raid a Shiny Black Phoenix today, so that's who we're going to raid. Very good speedrunner, good friend of the channel, very knowledgeable about the card game. We'll be back tomorrow, like, there'll be more brainstorming, more strategy and that talked. But yeah, just wanted to give people a bit of a process, so like 20 minutes of what I was sort of thinking about what to craft and what my future crafts will be. But yeah, just always think in depth what you want to build. That's all I can advise there. But yeah, we'll catch everyone tomorrow. Mac Cup tomorrow as well. And we'll be starting around 4:35 PM New Zealand time.